Okay. Hey, everybody. Bro Joe here. I'm hoping you hear me. With Google Hangouts going away, and now they want all kinds of encoders and stuff. I don't know. It seems like it's been a difficult task to try to get at least this stream going. So I don't even know. Let me see if I can even see the viewers. Um, I'm not seeing anything. So if you are hearing this live, please put something on the side live chat so I can see that you're watching. So just give me a moment or two, please. Appreciate your patience. Trying to figure this all out, and plus, I'm doing this on this channel now. Some of you, yeah. If this is going through, I just want to thank all my new subs on this channel, the original channel. I've been doing hangouts and stuff on another channel for those of you who know me, but we are here at this original channel, and since hangouts ended and stuff, so we're gonna try it, and I'm hoping. So I'm trying to look. Okay, let me see. View on watch page. Let's try that. That doesn't appear to be going. Okay, let's try something else. Dashboard. Live events. Let's see what's going on here. All right, that one. It seems to be saying live now, but it's not giving me. It's not giving me to view on the watch page. Yeah. Let's see. Again, if you hear me, you see me, put something, say hi on the live on the side chat there. Over there. Let's see. Let's try this. Nope, this says I'm live. Text. Say, why can't I see view on? I want to be able to view it on my channel. Let's see. Let's go to your channel. Thanks for your patience, guys. Let's see. Okay. That says I'm live. This looks like there's a other scheduled event because I kind of messed things up. Let's see. What if I go to... Oh, okay, let's try this. Let's see. Okay. Doesn't say anybody's watching. All right, let's try this. I'm going to take the link from... okay, I think I see the watch page. All right, and let's try this. I'll pop a link into my old... Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Let's see. Let's see if that works. Okay, now it says one watching, which is probably me watching. All right. Let's see. Let me go to... Okay, let's go over here. So, yeah, again, if you see this, right, please say hello. I think that's the way to do it right there. Or is it over there? Say hello if you see this. If you hear me. Okay. Okay. Oh, there we go. We can see how many are watching. All right. So, and tell me if you hear my audio as well, if it's okay. Oh, wait a minute. You know, let me plug in my microphone. My better microphone. Let's see if that... Hopefully that works even better. Let's see. Let's see if that works. Thanks for your patience again. Oh, it looks like we got another viewer. Hello. If you hear me, see me, whatever, say hello on the side there, please. Yeah. Um, yeah. Thanks again for your patience. I'm trying to, yeah, going back to the original channel again and trying to, um, I don't know the word I want to use. Get familiar with all this stuff again here on the other channel. Doesn't go again. Let's see. Oh, Tommy, link. Yeah, there's no link to join, bro. There's no more Hangouts. So this is just yeah. We'll have to do it from the. We just have to do chat for now. So yeah, there is no there's no Hangouts. I try like when you went to start a Hangout, start Hangout, that button, it's not there anymore. So yeah, Hangouts is dead. Um, Now, apparently, the video calls are still working, and the chats that are going are still going, and you can do a video call that way. I'm wondering, I'm wondering if this would work if I opened up the old video call and then link it through here. I don't know if that works, given that this is now two separate channels. Because why I started the channel that I've been doing Hangouts and stuff. Why I started that was because I couldn't do them here. It's all fucked up. It's all fucked up. I wish Google would just leave shit alone. If it's working, just leave it alone. Yeah. So we're gonna have to do it this way. And I wanted to, so I'm gonna wait a moment or two. Maybe a couple other people come in, and I'm gonna probably have to put a timestamp since all the bullshit in the beginning here, trying to get things going. So I gotta get reacquainted here with everything. Meanwhile, I'll take a hit. I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for coming by. I want to thank again for I can't believe that so many have subscribed to this channel when there's no activity going on. So they must, whatever videos that you guys have been finding or hitting on and then subscribing, I want to just thank you. So, because that's the only thing I could see that's happening. Someone is, clicking on an older video, liked what they saw, and they subscribe. So thanks. Some I'm sure are going to be a little disappointed if, say, they sub to one of those videos I shared. Like a very popular video was Girls Revenge. With the park, given with the parking space, somebody like squeezed her in and she got revenge, and that was a popular video. So I don't know if people, were subbing because of that, or it was just some of those silly videos that I, mirrored. That could be, but yeah. So all right, I wanted to share a post. I wanted to share, well, I'm not sharing the post, but it was an exchange I had on Facebook. And I keep friends with some of my old church folks, I do. And so there was this guy that we used to do Wednesday night Bible studies, and he later became an assistant pastor. And he's like very mild-mannered guy. He seems like, he really being a nice guy, doesn't want to bug anyone. But, you start getting into his theology is a whole nother question. So I know him from it was like a charismatic church, Pentecostal. So I know him from that. He was the assistant pastor. He left the church. Why? Because there was, a little messing around with the church funds, And I have to say, well, good thing at least he was convicted enough to, not be a part of that, and he left. Church split, all fell apart. Um, but anyway, so he's part of more of a liturgical denomination. I'm not sure what he. I mean, from last I know, he was part of a first free evangelical church, and they seem to be more liturgical. So, but anyway, he shared a post. It was a graph, and I wonder if I can. Okay, I can kind of. Well, you're not going to see that anyway. A little graph, a little pie chart he shared. You're not seeing it, I know, but um, it's Bible contradictions are resolved by, and most of the graph says that Bible contradictions are resolved by reading them in context, right? And then there's that's easily like 80%. And then he's got this chart saying Bible contradictions are resolved by knowing the Greek and Hebrew language, or understanding how um, passages are linked together theologically, uh, studying the, oh man, what is it even? Studying the socio-cultural context, okay? And I grant that. Um, but of course, I could not resist, and I had to respond to this about Bible contradictions, because apparently he thinks, all the contradictions, or most of the contradictions, can be resolved if you just read them in context. So, of course, again, I couldn't keep my mouth shut, and Tony, that's his name, Tony. I like having banter with Tony. It's usually pretty good between me and him, like that way. So anyway, I shared with him Exodus 21, quote, and this is a command by God. When a man strikes his male or female slave with a rod so hard that the slave dies under his hand, he shall be punished. If, however, the slave survives for a day or two, he is not to be punished, since the slave is his own property. This is from the NAB version. I'm not New American, I don't know, but you get the gist of it. So I asked him, so I say, tell me how this doesn't contradict with love thy enemy, or even loving your neighbor. So he writes, let me get to previous replies. Okay. All right, John, consider the context of passage before making an interpretation. It is the civil law of Israel. Still be good to your slaves. I write, I ask him, is it ever right to own another human being? He responds, context, John, context. I assume your question was rhetorical, or else you actually expected me to say yes? By the way, you are a slave to sin. Did you know that? And a slave to the devil. He has you wrapped up in confusion and darkness. Whew. Right? And this is what it is. This is where he's only playing the fear card. So I write to him, wow, is that all you got? Trying to instill fear? Well, since I don't believe in the devil, and there is no such thing as sin, I'd say I'm okay. Christianity, nothing but carrots and sticks. He responds, not fear. John, not fear, reality. You are on the road to ruin, John. And yet God loves you. I'm on the road to ruin, but yet God loves me. He died for you. He loves you so much, he will let you choose that hellish direction, even though he does not like it. But it was your choice. This is what he writes to me. This is the past. And I really was, I'm like, being a pastor, and I think he has a PhD in theology, just whatever. I really did expect a little bit more from him. So anyway, so I respond. Answer me this. Is Yahweh all knowing? Does he know past and future? If so, he would know that most would not choose, quote unquote, choose him yet. Well, if so, he wouldn't. I'm sorry. Let me say that again. If so, he would know that most would not choose him yet. Big yet, I gave him. Yet in capital letters. Yet allowed them to be born anyway. That's pretty sadistic if you ask me. He responds, no one asked you. God is mysterious, but he knows best. Ah, so that was that was his last reply to me. Um, no one asked you because I said it's pretty sadistic if you ask me. So he's like, yeah, no one asked you. Um, God is mysterious, but he knows best, which just tells me he cannot answer it. Which just tells me there's kind of a cognitive dissonance going on in his head. That he's in his mind, he's doing all these mental gymnastics to rationalize, right? Um, to rationalize that I'm on some kind of road to ruin, that the devil has me wrapped up in confusion. You know, it's my fault. It's my fault, or it's the devil's fault. And why I titled this "Fear is All Christianity Has Left" is because of a post like this, and like many of you might have experienced. You know, good folks that I know, we've been through this over and over and over again. But there might be someone who hasn't heard this. There might be a Christian that might click on this link. I don't know. But fear, it does seem that Christianity, or at least Tony, this branch of Christianity, is all they got. You know, call me a slave to sin or a slave to the devil. I'm on a road to ruin. Um, he can't answer the question. I mean, if God is all knowing, as some propose, that he knows the past, present, and future, and you're going to hear me say this over and over again. I'm sorry, but if he knows, do you really have a choice? I had no choice. It wasn't my choice to be born. I came into this world. But if God knew the choices that I was going to make, if he has the foreknowledge, the foresight of what the choices of people are going to make, if he knew that, okay, I'm going to leave Christianity, go on this road to ruin, blah, blah, if he knew that was going to happen, again, my question is, why allow me to be born if you know that I'm going to hell? Whatever hell aspect of hell you might believe, or just even, have proof of existence. Why? And that's why I would call the God of the Bible sadistic, if this is what is being preached. Because the way I see it, most of the world are not Christians. You have 1 billion currently professing Christianity of thousands of different types of denominations, mostly Catholic. I hate to tell my Protestant brother and sister, mostly Catholic, and many believe Catholics are not real Christians. They can't even agree with one another. There's no cohesiveness. But anyway, billion people. Let's grant, all right? Let's show some love and mercy and say that a billion people are saved. They're all Christians, all professing to be Christians, all Christians. And yeah, what about the other 6 billion? And God knew ahead of time that this 6 billion, only currently, this is just current time, never mind history, all right? And going forward. Currently, 6 billion, according to a lot of Christian doctrine, most Christian doctrine, mainstream Christian doctrine, all right? You're universalist, you don't count here. They're going to some kind of hell or annihilation. Now, the annihilation, I guess, if you just don't exist, maybe some will go to heaven, and then the others just poof out of existence. Okay. No pain or suffering. Okay. If that's the road, fine. Because I'll tell you, fine, I would accept that. Because, and I'll tell you why. Why would I want to spend an eternity with a God who's going to just poof the rest of the world out of existence? Why would I want to spend eternity with him when some of those people I might love dearly? I enjoy their friendship. I enjoy their company. What happens then? Why would I want to be with that God? Why would I want to worship that type of God? And I think Christians you need to ask yourself these things. These are hard questions. And I know it's tough. You got a lot riding on everything, right? Some of you might even have your careers lying on it. Some of you have to give up community. I know, I've been there. I was a Christian for 30 plus years. And I must say, yeah, the biggest thing that I missed for a long time was the community. And a lot of people, brothers and sisters, most of them, if not all of them, but most of them, are going to leave you. They're not going to be your friend anymore because you don't believe anymore. And some of them they'll cut it with no problem. I've had that, and it hurts because you thought they were your friends. You thought they loved you, that they'd be with you through thick and thin. Nope. But fortunately, I mean, you can grow other communities. You can find other people. We have the internet now. The internet, which I believe this is where religions come to die. You can start other communities. You can find other friends. But it's going to hurt. And for some, they don't want to give that up, that support, that emotional support. It's painful. The truth will set you free. And I believe this is the truth, that Christianity is a false belief. It's not true. The truth would set you free, but it might piss you off at first. And it pissed me off. And it upset me. I was angry. And a lot of people just will leave you. And a lot will not even ask. And I've talked to other people and heard other people's testimonies, if you want to call that, of their deconversion, and went through much of the same. They were very surprised that people from their church, some of them, not even one person, would ask them, why? Why'd you leave? And that was my experience. I think I might have hung out one other person for a period of time, and then that relationship died off. But maybe one person out of 100 people that were in that church, there was like 100, 150 people, 150 members, about 10, 15, and what you thought was a tight-knit group at that time, but none asked, "Why, John? Why you leave? What's the issues you're having? Let's go and go through the Bible together and maybe try to sort it out." None. So it makes me have other questions in my mind, because if you believe that, if you really believe, Christians, that there is this hell, a fire, a torment that is waiting for those who do not believe, I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised you're not out there more preaching, or out on the rooftops with the blowhorn, you know, with the warning. If you really felt that way, and you want love, right? It's supposed to be love. You really had the love, like a child, like someone in your own family, right? You would try to prevent them from any danger. You would do whatever you can. But do we see that? No, no, no. Because what I think is going on is that, mm, I don't know. Maybe it's just like a fantasy, or it's just a coping mechanism, and most still haven't really figured it all out for themselves. They're not really sure if it's true. I don't think so. I don't think they really believe that there really is a danger. And if there's really not a danger, if there's nothing I need to be saved from, why continue to believe? And I believe the answer to that is, again, is back to the community aspect. It's the lost friendships, emotional attachments. For some, it's careers. It's about the money. Some are afraid to deal with the reality that there might not be an afterlife. Maybe there is no reward. Maybe there is no ultimate justice. That could be a scary thought, that there is no ultimate justice, that some people will actually get away with murder. Because I think in our own brain, this can't be the case. No, can't be. There's got to be justice. There's got to be a reason, a purpose for all this. No. Hmm. Let me, I got Tommy. Hey, Tommy. Thanks for stopping by. Let me. Tommy's, let's see. Oh, God. uh, Sell the slave to God, perhaps. Did he say you were forgiven and not a slave? Um, no, he didn't say I was forgiven. He said I was a slave on a road to ruin. Yeah. Uh, when Tony is God and represents Christianity? No, but it is the mindset of many Christians. I know, Tommy, you're not. I know, like people like Ironic, universalists, um, don't accept this. But even to the universalists, even to the I we have to deal with certain passages that seem to indicate, right, that Jesus is the only way. What do you do with passages like that? That's Jesus says, I am the Father of one, or whoever believes in me shall have eternal life, or I am the way, the truth, and the life. None shall come to the Father except by me. What do you do with passages like that? How's the universalist square that away? Okay. So yeah. Um. So I wanted to. Yes. I also put in the title, Yahweh is a racist. Yeah, clickbait. I get it. I'm trying to draw some viewers. But anyway, let me address that. We're going 30 minutes already, pretty long. Thank you if you've been listening so far. Um, and this word racist is thrown around a lot. Um, I believe personally that there's a difference between prejudice, being someone who's prejudiced, and someone who's racist. But someone who's racist believes their race or is superior to all others. You know, one race is inferior to others, and I don't know how we do not see that in the Bible. That yeah, God has His chosen people, Israel. Right. The scripture I read earlier, Exodus 21, or you do read about the slavery, how slaves of Israel were treated a little bit better than the slaves from other nations. Mm-hmm. So this idea of equal rights and stuff, that doesn't mean anything then or to God of the Bible. How is that not racism? When God got upset, when Israel or other people worshiping other gods other than Him, wipe you out, wipe them out. We can't have them plaguing the earth. Racism. It's a form of racism. Why would God have to use fear or violence, right? Might is right, um, against His own Israel or even other nations to make them worship Him? What if He just did this? Here I am, a loving God, and treat you well. You're my children. Just like anyone about. Think about your children. You want to provide for them. You want to, keep them safe. You lead them. Protect them. Provide. If a child doesn't want that, wants to do their own thing, so why didn't you just let them do their own thing? If God knows He's the best, right? He's in town. He's the God. He's the go-to God. If that's the case, you know what? Let them go to their other gods, if they exist or not. I don't know. Let them find out for themselves, and have the assurance that they're going to come back to you because you treated them the best. No need to put a fear of punishment and stuff like that, because that's not love, right? This is where another contradiction comes into the Bible, right? Because it says in the New Testament there is no fear in love. No, there's no fear in love. Go to the Old Testament, plenty of fear. Even some fear in the New Testament. Revelations, you go to the hellfire and stuff like that. Hi, Ronan. Hi, Denise. Welcome. So yeah, Yahweh is a racist. I would say He's a racist. To me, he doesn't exist. But if He was to exist, He'd be a racist. And Yahweh is fearful of other gods that apparently don't. If there's only one true God, there's no other gods, then why be afraid of something that doesn't exist? Why would Yahweh be afraid of other gods if they don't exist? Then they're just worshiping some piece of stone or wood. They're being foolish. I would say, oh, you're foolish. It's like my child going to a wooden parent, another parent that is not animated, that doesn't do anything, not interject. You're just gonna be interacting with this piece of wood or a stone. So why would a God, the true God, be afraid of that? Why do I have to use fear and violence to stop them from doing that so they would be with me? Why not just let them do that, find out on their own? That's not working. You know what? Maybe Yahweh is the real thing. But that's not the case. It's not the case. At that time in history, the idea would be tribalism, says Ronan. Yeah. And it happens, but we have tribalism now in this time in history. You know, so yeah, the fear of being tribe. I get it. Yeah, I mean, population's a lot worse. You know, I mean, a lot less people in the world. There was a lot more dependency on one another for sure. Got that? Maybe yeah. Let's see. Okay, we'll just believe with them, just so I can eat whatever. Maybe they, so they really didn't think about these things, right? Maybe they weren't critical of these things because very simple minded. I don't know how it lasted so long through the Enlightenment and everything. So tell me what you think, guys. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for patience earlier with the audio and stuff, trying to get things hooked up here. And again, I'm gonna probably do either these live chats and any videos will be on this channel. As far as the hangouts, I know the video calls are still going off air. I'm going to leave that. I'm not gonna leave that call or leave that hangout because I don't, So we'll just see how that goes. And maybe find some platform where we can do hangouts. So we'll see what happens. From what I was reading with Google, they're integrating classic hangouts with this new hangout chat and meet or whatever. It might take a couple months. We'll see what happens. So I'll keep you updated, or just look out for that. And yeah, would love to have your input. And again, the truth will set you free. But it might just piss you off at first. But that's okay. You'll get over it. You have friends here. And yeah, if you are struggling with your faith, or there's that fear or whatever, I'm more than happy to talk with you. I've been through it. I've been through that. All right. Take care, and you guys have an awesome day.